Hey guys, so today I want to talk about something I saw a Canadian prepper talk about, which is clothing. So he mentioned a lot of stuff in his video. He mentioned the pants he wears, he mentioned what kind of underwear he wears, the socks. I found that I generally use the same type of stuff. I also wear darn tough hiking socks. I also wear antibacterial, antimicrobial underwear. Pants, a bit different. Normally, I just wear jeans because when I'm out in the forest, they're thick enough, they stop thorns and stuff from hitting my legs. For shirts, I believe we use the same kind of shirts from what it seems. All my shirts are moisture wicking, which means they take the sweat away from your body, which cools you down more. So I want to kind of touch base on the same kind of stuff he did. Clothing is very important. Like he said, if you're stuck out with it, you're going to be wearing it. So that makes me always consider that. But I also bring a couple of extra things in my bug out bag. Mainly I bring wool Under Armour type stuff, so it goes under my pants. And I also have a layer of rain pants because, trust me, you don't want your legs getting wet in cold weather. Together with pants, underlayer, and an overlayer, I've never had any problem. I've been out in -40 weather, my pants have been 100% fine. The top layer acts as a windbreaker. The only problem I have had is that it stops moisture from escaping. So if you have a bit more money, that's something you really want to take into consideration. A Gore-Tex overlayer, which will also help wick the moisture away. If you have an underlayer and you start sweating, and your overlayer is preventing that from escaping, that's a bit of a concern. Something else too is layering. So sure, you can have one very thick jacket, but the way I do it is I generally wear in cold weather 4 to 6 layers. So I will have my Under Armour, and then I'll have my shirt, and then I'll have one of these on, and then over that I'll have a fleece sweater, and then over that I will have a vest, and then over that I will have an actual thick jacket. Gloves, I'll have 2 pairs of gloves on. And what this does is it's like spaced armor. So on a tank, spaced armor is used for mostly explosive purposes. Ones that as soon as they hit, they'll explode. It's kind of like that. Cold will find it much harder to get through the layers if you have a bunch of layers on as opposed to one thick layer. On top of that, it also lets you, let's say you have one really thick jacket on. Well, sure, that's great in -30, but if it's -5 out, you're going to be having a problem. And if all you have is 2 layers, it's too hot with one on and too cold with the other on. So now you're forced to either be constantly taking it on or off, or you're forced to just wear it and you'll be sweating a lot, which of course is not optimal. So multiple layers allows me to, if it's really cold out, throw on all the layers. Let's say I'm out in the wilderness for 5 days. It's really cold the first day. I have everything on. I wake up the second day, it's about 5 to 10 degrees warmer. Well, I can take a layer off. And let's say it gets even warmer. Well, I can take more and more layers off. But then if it gets really cold, I can always put them back on. My philosophy when it comes to prepping is I would rather have it and not need it than not need it and have it, not have it. No. Have it and not need it instead of need it and not have it. Sorry about that. That's my philosophy when it comes to prepping. Now, of course, you need to be careful about this because if you have way too much, especially in a bug out bag, that's a problem because you're not carrying it. So I find it a bit difficult, and this is something I'm working on right now, to optimize my bug out bag to a point where I have stuff that I might not necessarily need, but I would rather have it in case I do need it, and a good balance of keeping it lightweight and easy to carry. So I did a video about a week ago about a folding saw. I replaced my axe with that. So instead of bringing an axe everywhere I go, I bring that everywhere I go. And so that's brought it down while keeping the same utility and actually making it more efficient. So that's just generally my philosophy, and I think I'm going to make a video detailing exactly what I mean about that and giving some better examples going into that. So anyways, that's just a little adding my thoughts to the conversation at hand, and thank you. I hope you learned something today.